The Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree, has been on my mind ever since I platinumed the game 2 years ago, and I have to say, I was not disappointed when it finally released. I want to make this a quick review for the people who are considering getting the game but think it's too hard, or for the people who do have it but might be struggling with a boss. I'll highlight the things that I liked and even some things that I didn't, and if you relate or find it interesting, maybe it'll give you that push to explore the realm of shadows and witness the birth of a god. But with that being said, let's dive right in. So the game opens up with a beautiful shot of the Shadow Tree met with haunting music, and it was breathtaking to say the least. And the time between beating Elden Ring and playing the DLC, I played other Souls games like Bloodborne and Demon Souls, both of which have really unique atmospheres, and I feel like this DLC is well on par with them, as the base game felt less atmospheric. The soundtrack overall is much better too. I mean, listen to these. But yeah, the atmosphere of this game is amazing. Next, the boss fights are really well done. Another thing about other Souls games is that the boss music was more iconic, but here they sound really good as well, as I played them earlier. Just looking back at my clips makes me want to play this game all over again. Still, the fights are very brutal. The bosses act like you killed their entire family because they are relentless and pissed off. They also hit like a truck too, so they make you heal, and then right before your animation finishes, they slam you with a super combo. The thing is, I like their fights a lot more than other fights in Elden Ring like Fire Giant, Malekith, or Elden Beast, because these feel more fair. They're not actively running away from you or flying 30 feet in the air and hitting you with a combo. It just makes them seem more like strong warriors rather than cowardly beasts. I actually think they're programmed to aggro against you more often, even if you use summons. Still, I think I beat all the Remembrance bosses, and they were all very fun and cinematic. I think these fights remind me of fighting some anime super character. I feel like I'm some lone knight against a world of demigods, as the game intended. So being beat up isn't a problem, as it fits the narrative, apart from me already being Elden Lord, but that's whatever. Even the field enemies feel like mini-bosses, which adds to the fear.
Yes! 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 Thank you, Leda. I love you. I need my blue rat. Is he rotting? Oh no. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Hey bud. Goodbye. Yes. Yay. Bro, Dane is getting a whooping. That's how much damage I do? Oh, the bleed! The bleed! One more hit! Let's go! Yeah!
Though a big complaint I see about this DLC is that the enemies in this game are too aggressive and too strong, but trust me, that's the point. As I hear from other people, DLCs like Bloodborne's Old Hunters has way tougher fights than the base game. I mean, that's the point, right? It's been 2 years since we had any new bosses to fight, so long that people are having their goldfish beat this game. And I think it's good to have bosses so challenging that it takes days to beat them. When has that ever been a new thing in Souls games? Trust me, when I had to fight Tower Knight for the first time in Demon Souls, I pretty much deleted the game because the run back was a skill gap enough. I mean, even Kai Cenat said it pretty well in regards to the complaint about the game being too hard. You really do have to get good, I mean that's the point. When I first fought Radahn and the endgame boss rush in the base game, it took me days to finish it, but the reward of completion was unmatched. I think that's the point of these games. To know that if you persevere, you can overcome any challenge. These fights are hard, yes, but that's the fun part. And it's cool seeing what moves these new bosses have because they're all really unique. But if you're really stuck, consider the following. 1. Collect Shadow Tree fragments and Revered Spirit ashes. Seriously, it's like collecting golden seeds for your flasks. Just do it. It helps you. You're meant to use them, as the official Bondi Twitter account keeps saying. Also, use summons if you have to. There's really no shame in it. Mimic Tier or any summon can be there simply to take aggro for like 2 seconds. But also summoning friends and NPCs helps too. Trust me, I could not have beaten Radahn first day if I didn't have Leda there with me. Also, consider trying a different build or any of the new DLC weapons, skills, talismans, and spells, as all of them are really strong. There are new talismans that give damage boost to two-handed weapons or utmost damage negation. Like, these are really there to help you. Plus, there are some new weapons that can melt through any enemy. I don't know if they'll nerf it, but look into the Lightning Perfume Bottle and the Rolling Sparks Ash of War if you're really in trouble. But yeah, don't feel shy to use the game's mechanics. That's why they're there, to be used. Or you could just keep crying that the DLC is too hard, but I try to refrain from telling people to get good. Remember, the difficulty is what makes it fun. And if you don't like that, then maybe the game isn't for you. But don't back down from a challenge is all I'm saying. Think of it as a puzzle or chess game. One method isn't working, so try a new one. I went through a lot of different weapons to beat bosses. I mean, look at me trying to kill Mesmer.
Wait! Wait!
This creature, embrace thine oblivion.
And go. Bleed. Hit it, Mimic. Let's go. Yes! Yes!
I also love the NPCs in this DLC. You won't believe how excited I was when I saw the promo art of Leda with her helmet off, as she looked a lot like Saber. But I was also excited to play a game with a ton of friendly NPCs, especially a group of knights. It felt like I was joining some hit team, even though I explored a little too much and broke Miquella's charm way too early. Still, all of them are really fleshed out, even those who aren't on Miquella's main quest. My favorite, of course, was Leda, and I might have simped for her a little too hard, because after killing our comrades because she didn't trust them, she decided she didn't trust me, which kind of sucked because I only had this random sanguine noble to summon, but unfortunately, I rose victorious. RIP Leda, I'll always miss you. But I did try learning how to draw her, which is really nice. I did get to do some other NPCs questlines too, though. Like the two people Manus Metter, I think I'm pronouncing that right. And I talked to St. Trina, but not to Theolier, which kind of sucked. And I killed Bale the Dread for Egon, even though he died unbeknownst to me. So did the Dragon Priestess, who I never got to meet. But this just means I'm going to replay the game and talk to all these other people. And I cannot wait, honestly. Also, the game overall has some really beautiful locations, all of which have unique colors and vibes. Some boss arenas are nuts, and I like that none have random death holes in them, unlike in the base game like Malekith's fight. There's even a place that's like a stealth horror section, which is so fun. Also, the new armor sets and weapons are insane and well animated. I like the new weapon classes, especially the great katanas and the light great swords. The curved swords are really cool too. I also love how many new close helmets and plate armor sets there are, and I had trouble sticking with one throughout the entire game. Although for most of it, I played in Rellana's armor with the Carrionite helm. Near the end is when I started to switch things around because I got more armor. Now, about the final boss. He is crazy, I know, and I didn't think I would actually beat him. I can definitely see the complaints around him, it makes sense. All of the other Remembrance bosses were challenging, but he was just insane. I kept fighting because the fight reminded me of Saber versus Berserker and Ilia, if you guys watch Fate Stay Night. And that made me equip Bloodhound's Step on my blade to make it more anime-like. His second phase was just too much in my opinion. There were so many things happening that I just had to look up strategies and found out he had mirages and clones. It was something I'd never seen before. I don't like resorting to stuff that isn't normal to my build style, but I went through so many weapons, and I even used shields and colossal weapons for the first time to beat him. It was only when I had the perfume bottle and just fought him on a whim that he was practically dead, and I would not miss the opportunity of schooling him and Miquella. Another thing I wish the DLC had was more focus on the other demigods. There wasn't any talk of Malenia for Miquella, which was kind of sad because Malenia is like Miquella's #1 fan. But it kind of seems like Miquella just did not care about her. Ironically, he used the one person who made her go nuts as his consort. But yeah, I wish the other demigods were talked about too, but maybe I'll have to wait for another VOD video to come out. All in all, this DLC is the highest rated DLC of all time for a reason. I wish I could vote it for Game of the Year because it's basically the size of a modern game for the fraction of the price with a ton of more content. It is fun, it is so atmospheric, and it is so beautiful. This DLC made the game even better somehow because it was almost perfect originally. And if you're still fighting or considering it, I say keep going, take the leap, keep fighting. You beat Moog and maybe Malenia, so if you can beat them, you can totally beat these guys. Just remember to level up. If you play Elden Ring, let me know your builds in the comments, what weapons you like, or what helped you beat some of the bosses. Tell me your new favorite armor sets or Ashes of War. I don't know, let's all be friends in the comments. If you want me to stream a playthrough of this game, comment below and I'll probably upload it here or on my gaming channel. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new and are interested in reviews on pop culture things. Comment what you want to see next, and do not succumb to defeat. Remember to rise, ye tarnished. See you guys next time. Peace out.